When somebody says risotto, we often think about Italian fancy restaurant, but it shouldn't be like that. If you want to impress your friends and family with a delicious risotto, you, my friend, are in the right place at the right time. Today I'm gonna be making a porcini mushroom risotto. Since I don't have a fresh one, I'm gonna rehydrate those in a pot with a lid on and just bring it almost to a boil. Then I'm gonna set up my cutting board with a towel underneath so it doesn't move. And I'm gonna start preparing the base for my broth with roughly chopped onion, half a leek, 1 carrot, and some celery stalk. Don't forget 2-3 cloves of garlic. All those vegetables are gonna be cooked in extra virgin olive oil for 5-10 minutes. By then the mushroom are gonna be ready and I'm gonna strain everything directly onto the vegetables. Preserve the mushroom for later and add a little bit more water to the broth. The ratio can slightly change depending on the results you want to achieve. It's usually 2 cups of broth for every 100 grams of rice. The rice is the start of the movie here, so I always keep all the other ingredients a little bit smaller than a bite size. For this type of risotto, I'm gonna be using black pepper, laurel, sage, rosemary, and salt. Drop everything in the water, cover with the lid, and bring it to a boil. As soon as I see the pot boiling, I'm gonna be moving it towards the smaller range and let it cook for about 1 to 2 hours. After that, I'm gonna strain everything, possibly twice with a thinner sieve. But if you're short on time, you can easily do this process as you cook the risotto. It's just my personal choice to have all the ingredients ready while I'm cooking. All is left to do is thinly dice half an onion. Add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to a pot and cook the onion in it until translucent. At this point, I'm gonna add Carnaroli rice, which is rich of starch and allows me to don't use any butter towards the end. Don't forget also to toast the rice for a couple of minutes before to proceed with the recipe. I'm then gonna add some really good white wine. Please don't be cheap, use the good stuff. And when that is reduced, I'm gonna pour 1/3 of the broth previously prepared. From this point on, I'm just gonna add broth as is needed, keeping the rice not too wet, not too dry. Towards the end, when it's just left 5 minutes of cooking, I add my mushroom. It's just a personal preference. I like my mushroom to be nice and meaty and feel when I'm biting into it. If you got left with any broth, please don't throw it away, just freeze it in small batches so that whenever you make another dish with mushroom, you can add this broth. It's fantastic. Now that the risotto is done, is the perfect time to taste it and do the last touches. Wait a second, I know what you're thinking. This is just a cube that I like to make myself. Every time I buy some fresh parsley, all I do is wash it clean, pull all the leaves off, and blend it with a little tiny bit of extra virgin olive oil and make those little cubes. As the majority of risotto, I'm gonna finish it with Parmesan cheese, and the cube of parsley is just gonna stop the cooking process. I'm basically done and it's finally time to plate. And now all is left to do is to taste it. Nice and creamy and still a little bite to it. Unbelievable. Even though there's no butter, it's super creamy. Once again, I want to thank all those people that are still following me on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you're not, make sure to take your time and subscribe to the channel and comment and share and just push that button until you get blister on your finger. Thank you again. I'll see you next time.